We should also probably do an intro to these things. Hi, I'm Chief DiggeryK, and this is another guy that I found.
Yeah, I'm a functional human being sometimes.
He'd like to
today.
think so, wouldn't he?
Especially when it's the last day of the week.
When we left off, I murked a bunch of lake
Oh
lurks
yeah, you killed a bunch of the
Victor.
Black Lagoon people.
Yes, which are apparently completely, totally fish plus radiation, and not fish plus humans plus radiation. Victor's in the
They're
water.
also fish plus humans plus radiation plus we have like arm blasters or something.
Victor's right there. He's just going through
Yeah.
the lake almost.
He's having a good old time.
He kind of has a jaunty roll to him.
Yeah?
There's another one. See, there you go. You finally see him use the... He just has a 9mm in his hand, and he got a crit.
Yeah, he wasn't messing around. Hey, that looks kind of cool.
There's a little raft village, and you can see some lake lurks out on it. So, you know, why not?
They live on the lake? Like...
well, I think they live in the lake, and maybe attack the people on the rafts who didn't think that the wildlife might be there.
No, of course not. What an interesting...
Well, it is certainly a safe thing to do in some terms, except that I have what's called a firearm, which kind of makes their silly little sheet metal raft useless.
This is true.
Like, if just the Legion was attacking, this would help them for, like, a weekend before they just, you know, made a boat or something. Then in my own infinite wisdom, I swim out.
I mean, what could possibly be... oh, you take a sip from your trusty Vault 13 canteen. Are you sure you don't just accidentally inhale some radioactive lake water? I think that's more likely what's happened. You just tell yourself that it's a canteen, but we all know. We all know.
Yeah, then, I don't even think there's very
Wasteland Survival Guide. Step 1, don't build a house on the middle of a lake when it's freaking filled with fish monsters.
I think there's a piece of fiction where people make, like, their own little barge... I hesitate to say the word civilization.
I do like how there's a working radio that's just out here where there clearly hasn't been people for a really long time, and there's not a boat that it could have been taken from, so it has to... Missile? Wait, there was missiles in there?
Well, yeah, people lived here, and the lake lurks don't know what to do with a missile.
I know, but there were missiles in an ammo can. Like, in a little 50 cal ammo can, there's missiles. 3 of them, even.
They're... pretending. with the radio, though, it is totally believable that batteries exist and can power radio, because they've been powering robots the whole time, too. And then Fallout 4, they can power armor, and they're literally just, like, smaller than a Pepsi can.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in that... Well, yeah, I guess there's one setting. It's where everything is nuclear-powered, so it's having a battery...
disbelief, so they made a nuclear generator the size of, like, a 9-volt.
Yeah, oh, you found another couple buddies. How long before you die to... I wonder if they can shoot underwater.
I hope not. I don't remember.
I think something just flew past you like they were shooting.
However,
oh wow, that thing is swimming right at you.
Has rather immediately set in and reminded me that the descendants of fish can still swim, especially when they're not nearly as descended as we are. Unfortunately, he keeps bobbing his juicy, shootable head out over the water.
Yep, there he goes.
So, you know, he's still fish-brained.
He swims better than me, but I shoot bullets from a gun better than he does, because, you know, he's a fish and doesn't have a gun.
What truly makes man greater than animal is our usage of tools.
It's like, darn it, we don't have the same, you know, teeth of a lion or the ability to swim like a shark, but, you know, damn, I never saw a shark build a freaking tactical missile launcher.
I like that presumably that harpoon had been there before the nukes hit.
Probably,
which raises questions about what they do for... Oh!
What would they possibly harpoon? Oh.
I forget whether... Those are either called bloodwings or
bees!
Cazadors. Yes, those are called Cazadors. No, they're a next level above bees. Fuck these things. I fucking hate them. I'm poisoned right now, Evan.
Yeah. I mean, I still think that...
And it took a 357 to the freaking bug butt.
You're also missing, like, every... There you go. That's not giving you percentages. I wonder if that means you... Oh, there it is.
I only have a high percentage because he's 3 feet away. And then for some reason I turned it off because I'm a genius.
Yeah, you know, it could be worse.
Yeah, I
still think the...
Hi, I have about a tenth of my total hit points.
Yeah, I'm
And
sure
I
you'll be
don't
fine.
think
Just
I
eat some
have
squirrel
too
bits.
I don't think. I don't think
Maybe.
I have
Oh,
too much.
there's. Oh, you have radiation poisoning.
are
Also,
getting
you have
worse.
something called Med-X in your.
I forget exactly what that does, but I don't think it's a healing item specifically. If memory serves, it's just
As it
another
were.
drug. But
I
it's
still,
prescription.
I still think that the bees that shot plasma at you from Halo were a more dangerous opponent.
Well,
But
yeah.
giant
anything's
insects are always
dangerous when you
scary.
give it a gun, and it can
Yeah.
use it.
But they also come in large numbers. That was only 2 of them, but they still would almost kill you. Although in
there's
Halo,
more.
you're wearing power armor with
You
a
can-
shield and
I've seen
have
4
assault
more in the
rifles.
last 10 seconds. Well, look, in Halo, you're facing bees that have tactics,
Yeah,
for
that's
lack
true.
of a better descriptor.
I mean, these guys have tactics. Their tactic is, attack blindly and stab you with a giant stinger the size of your freaking torso.
Yeah. Anyways, I have successfully avoided the other Cazadors and learned a very weighty lesson that I am glad to have survived. Unfortunately, I think things are going to get worse before they get better.
Yeah. However, on the bright side, it does look as though you have been cured from radiation sickness in about, 6 seconds.
No,
so
I
that's well, no. Oh, there he goes. You did. I mean, it did say that you no longer have radiation
I
sickness.
wasn't reading
for
that.
only
Well,
about 10 seconds.
Yeah, well, you know how in real life when people get... Yeah, I'm not going to go through that area again until later in the game. You know how in real life when people get radiation sickness, their bones jellify and their insides turn to mush?
Amongst other terrible, nasty things, yes.
Yeah, radiation sickness isn't very fun.
No.
A lot of people have discovered. Well, in this game, they've curated these handy-dandy medications that you... It looks like an IV bag, and I assume you IV it to yourself. And it just replaces that nasty radiation with wonderful, man-made medicine.
With, like, actual blood plasma? Instead of stuff that eats your insides?
Well, whatever it does, it makes the radiation less hurty, so... I cannot you can't
chemo
sleep while
in a
taking
bag.
damage. I.e., I'm still poisoned. So let me drink a bunch
Hey,
of
you
water.
have that thing called Radaway.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It looks like an IV bag. Let me just sleep for an hour and I'm fine.
Yeah. Good thing no more freaking... hey, the Space
Vegas.
Needle.
Yeah. Isn't there one in Seattle as well as Vegas?
That's where the Space Needle actually comes from, is Seattle. This is just a prop. I wonder well,
it's not a
I
spoiler.
wonder
That
when the
Space
Space
Needle's
Needle...
actually a penthouse.
I wonder when the Space Needle was built. I guess it doesn't matter because technically Fallout takes place, in like
history.
the after 2000s. So, or what was it, 2070 when everybody blew up?
Yeah, 2070 is when the bombs dropped, but history and culture effectively just kind of stopped at like 1950 or 60 or something.
Yeah, I wonder when the Space Needle was built. I'd have to Googleify that because it'd be interesting to see if that's one of the things that took place post cultural stagnation.
That's another thing. I find it easy to suspend my disbelief on that because 200 years ago.
Yeah.
But that's the weirdest thing is in Fallout 4 you get that slight look before the war and yes, women still wear nice sundresses and men have their shirts and ties and it's the 50s or whatever.
Yeah. It was built for the 1962 World's Fair.
It is possible for it to exist in this setting, but they never go to location, so who cares?
I actually thought that it was built in the 70s.
That makes sense.
It looks, I mean, it definitely doesn't look like any other contemporary architecture from the 60s that I can think of. Then again, I'm not exactly an expert on that. Oh, look at that cute little golf cart.
It looks like a Flintstones car.
Right? I was wondering what the wheels look like, but you didn't stop to stare at them a bit. Oh, it's called Camp Golf, so maybe it really is a golf cart. Because, it says golf.
I think this is a country club thinking about it now.
Looks like a military camp. I also like how they put metal doors on the tent.
200 years ago it was.
Oh, hell. What is it now?
Yeah. So, this is the camp where army rejects are sent who aren't bad enough to get kicked out.
I joined up when I was 16. I don't know how to do anything else.
The penal battalion.
Yeah, something like that.
You joined at 16 and you're still a sergeant.
Some of the soldiers under my command would share some of it.
I mean, his response when I showed up is probably a good indicator of what's going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's explaining that the people here, you know, probably wouldn't have passed basic training, but here we all are. And they give me a quest. It's my job to use my natural charisma and, you know, the leadership skills I was born with to convince these people to shape up or ship out.
Maybe they'll listen.
I don't do that. I just leave.
Yeah, I can imagine why you would pass on that opportunity, considering that I think your charisma stat is hovering somewhere around 10.
And if I had to guess, because I've even forgotten the wiki page for this area, I think if you do a good job with the quest, they will show up to your assistance at the final battle. Obviously, that doesn't matter now.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're not even doing paperwork. They're just
No, they're really not. They're just kind of freaking
that is a
pissing off and making busy work.
It's not even busy work. They're just, oh, this box has lights.
Yeah. Also, that guy is 100% just sipping out of an empty Coke bottle. Like
it's a prop. You gotta.
it's kind of funny. You'd think they would at least put some liquid or some, you know, something that makes it look like it's not just an empty bottle.
It's either an empty bottle or a full with a cap on it. So they just. Yeah, maybe you can pretend there's water in there.
I was born on a farm in California. Weren't much. Me, Ma, and Pa.
Yeah, none of the. Oh, okay. A couple of these people seem like bad people, but most of them are just shitheads.
Really, except for some lean years.
Wait, where were you born in a farm in California? Where is there a place to farm in California? I feel like the breadbasket of California would be one of the more irradiated places.
That's a major plot point of the first two games. Is you really help clean up California.
Basic human niceness.
Like. The Garden of Eden creation kit, which is also a major thing in Fallout 3, can magically wipe away problems from the old world.
Oh, well, that's kind of cool.
In Fallout 3, the ending is to
probably wouldn't take you seriously anymore.
Like start filtering the water in DLC in DC using the GEC. Which is an odd thing to mix in with my character, the Dick of DC. I'm cleaning water, but y'all gotta pay me for a drink. Like, I don't know what to say here.
Not very often we see civilians.
I think I was humoring the quest at this point.
Hey again.
Like, she's a nice person, but she's not fit for military. She'd be a great home, like, housewife or mother or something.
Joined up, took my shot at being a ranger, didn't make it, so I'm stuck with this crew of jokers.
Oh, wait, no, she's sarcastic as shit. She hates everybody.
That's awesome. She's my new favorite person.
Can't all shuffle off anybody they don't want anymore. Assignment here is a career ender.
Yeah, at least they're aware of it, I guess, but that doesn't make it any better.
Yeah. I mean,
also, the women in this game look too done up and nice considering the setting. Like, some of the dudes look a little bit more, but like, she's got, well, I mean, it's a limit of the engine, but yeah, she looks like, she doesn't look dirty, her hair doesn't look messy, like she looks nice. Especially for...
I can understand soldiers wouldn't look dirty, especially since none of these idiots are seeing combat or anything.
Well, I know, but I mean... Yeah, I mean the same thing with him. I guess it's just more, it's more apparent with the women.
Although I do
just because they look nicer.
I think I remember a video. It was like a weird engine limitation is they couldn't add any extra face models when they made this compared to Fallout 3. So,
oh really?
I mean, all it does is make everyone look the same again. But
oh yeah, that guy's character model appeared in the other town as a gang member, and I'm pretty sure that that girl's same character model and voice.
And just walk away. Well, and the only time this really came up, there's two masked characters, which are related oddly enough, but not like that, not terribly related. But that neither of them remove their masks in game, and if you look under their masks, they have just a, you know, an NPC face.
Yeah, random.
And people are like, "Is this an Easter egg?" I'm like, "No, it's an engine limitation." Sorry.
No, it's literally just we
literally couldn't give him a custom face. So,
also, your camp full of misfits is like 200 yards from your main. Oh, those are large.
Oh yeah, I was looking at my breadsticks when that showed up on screen. Although, have you seen some of those bighorn in real life?
Bighorn sheep in real life? Bighorn sheep are freaking awesome.
Sheep and cattle as well have like foot-thick horns.
Yeah, they're really crazy. But yeah,
We're getting there.
your whole little your misfit camp is like walking distance. Like they're not out on the edge of everything. They're
Well,
literally
you can't
just
have them
like.
anywhere strategically important. You just have to keep them on the payroll, and if they've died, they throw a bigger fit than is worth handling.
Well, I know,
I
but
imagine.
theoretically, you'd want to have, especially in this kind of a scenario, you'd want your competent military base like next to your capital, especially if you're already under threat of being attacked by, genocidal.
If memory
Freaking
serves, there
Romans.
is another base somewhere around. I forget exactly where. I think it's on the west side of like the outskirts of the town or something.
I mean, this is also, hey, Aerotech.
Explicitly placed there to keep an eye on a gang nearby,
Oh.
which I forget their name as well. That's a dungeon. I do go there later.
Later.
Like, I mean, there's an
That
NCR
looks-
guy. Although this
yeah.
is, I know that this looks like it might be a slave camp. It is actually a sharecropper's farm, which is the
Well,
silliest thing because every individual farm is like an acre, and you have way too many people minding all these acres.
That's kind of like a the way that like the plotted land worked in the old Soviet Union. At some point, they changed it so that each individual like homestead had their own plot to farm.
Yeah, what's
I
specialization?
forget what
or
it was
anything?
called.
Communism, garbage, trash.
No, there was a word for it. It made them
Alex,
actually
what
way
is
more
living
efficient.
hell? I forget Alex Trebek. I don't think he hosts Jeopardy. He hosts the Wheel of Fortune.
No, Alex Trebek absolutely hosted Jeopardy.
Who
And he's
hosted Wheel
dead
of
now.
Fortune?
Pat Sajak.
Oh, close enough.
Dude,
I noticed that
I am
immediately
surprised that I
they
could
made
dig those
them-
out of my memory.
They made these walls out of the same exact billboard copied and pasted. It pisses me off.
Yeah, I mean, you're not supposed to think that hard about it. Technically, you'd think a long-term, like, mainstream establishment would put together something a little
Well,
bit more sturdy.
There's a piece of concept art I'll have to find. Apparently, New Vegas is supposed to be much larger, and I think one of the major facts against that was that the PS3 literally didn't have the RAM for it for some reason.
Dude, 100%, a lot of games from this era were cut really hard back because of their cross-console compatibility. I know that for certain Battlefield 3 and 4 got held way back from what they could have been because they were
I can
required to
believe
be
it. Although,
cross.
look at those guns.
Yeah, I was noticing that. I see that 50 right there. That looks pretty sweet.
I am ready to process our transaction.
So a
I
couple
love,
M240s.
I love Protectrons. They're
knockoffs.
so cute. They're not my favorite robot in this the franchise though. Securitrons
Yeah.
get that, or Sentry bots. I forget.
Those are the ones the Cowboy is based on,
No. Oh yeah.
with the 9mm built into
Securitrons
them.
are the wheelie boys that are only in this game. Sentry bots are different wheelie boys that are also in like every game. They're much more dangerous in the first two games.
So you're saying that they are wheelie dangerous?
And I went out of my way to make one in Fallout 4 because, oh my goodness, they are dangerous. I immediately sell him for everything he has, and now I have to trade for something so I can get my money.
Ooh, a scope. A 12.7mm SMG. Once again, that's kind of cool. Also, 25mm. What is chambered in 25mm in this game?
don't
It must be the
believe-
antimatter.
I don't, unless it's the anti-material, I don't believe I buy it.
That's a shame.
In fact, I didn't even
Hunting
remember
revolver.
there being that. Yes, the hunting revolver shoots big boy
Like
caliber.
it looks like the SW500 or equivalent.
Something like that.
A scope, laser rifle
Yeah,
scope,
now
missile
I owe
launcher,
him-
guidance system.
Now I owe him all my money, so I'm gonna sell all my crap energy guns I don't want.
Wait, how do you owe him money?
I traded for some super expensive stuff.
Oh wait. So how does it work then?
Well,
Oh, okay,
I
never
want
mind.
to sell him something, and he will give me a commensurate number of caps.
Okay,
And then
so
when I want to
I see
buy
how this is
something,
working.
I must offer him a commensurate amount of cash.
I thought, well, no. I thought that you were selling and buying stuff, and it was changing the amounts on the fly. Because I was looking at your caps in the upper left and his in the upper right.
The
but now I
number
see in the middle.
Yes.
So you basically say what you would like, and he's telling you what you would owe him in order to do
Yes, nothing moves until I press A or click accept.
it. Okay, that's kind of cool, actually.
Well, yeah.
So
I
then,
mean,
basically, you could just call it here, and he'd give you money.
yeah,
even like,
which I just
okay.
did.
Yeah, that's cool. So what did you get? I missed all of that because I wasn't kind of paying attention. I was
don't
expecting you
know.
to buy things.
Come back and see us
I
again.
honestly
Well, I mean, you
I
don't
was
buy the
looking at it,
anti-material
I don't know what I
rifle.
bought. I could only hope I announced it in game.
I was paying attention to whether or not the anti-material rifle changed hands, and I didn't see it change hands. So that's a
I
shame.
do get one. I do not get one from this shack. And
How in the
apparently-
heck does this place not get robbed?
First off, he's a robot. Second off, he is locked in there. That, in fact, which, I mean, look at that wall there. But I think I asked him about it at some point. He's like, yeah, of course I'm locked in here. I'm a robot, and now I can, like, manufacture weapons in here and not get bothered too much. And there's NCR personnel around kind of guarding the place.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Oddly
Okay,
enough-
so how long has this been, just as a context, how long has it been since the apocalypse has happened in New
200-ish
Vegas?
years.
Okay, in 200 years, are you telling me
Yes.
they
yes, I
couldn't
am.
tear
I
down the
already told
rubble
you
and build
that
an
this is a
actual wall?
problem.
No, I did bring this up last time, didn't I?
It's good. It's,
But I
it's-
mean, that was in different places. This is in like the main city.
No.
This is
We talked about this. I go into casinos and they're still dirty as hell. That's a drug dealer.
Fix, man?
ah
Got
wow.
Goodbye.
See,
I
he
decided
actually looks
not
like
to
he's been
shoot him.
around. So they can make people look. Oh,
I'm hit!
Thanks
I'm
for
hit.
announcing my success.
wow.
Yes, I am in Freeside, which is like the outskirts.
Is it
of
like the
town.
ghetto? Yeah.
Well, yeah. That is the only location between the open world and New Vegas.
Okay.
there's-
Wow, that guy really did just attack you out of nowhere. Just
And
came
there's a child
sprinting.
just chasing a rat. That is a very large rat.
That is a very large. We're gonna have rat tonight. Oh boy.
He's convinced he's gonna get it, but he never does.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I feel like I'd want to go after something like that with like maybe a little bit more than a knife as a 12-year-old child.
He will. Sorry, he's poor.
Yeah.
It never occurred to me to shoot the rat. Thinking about it.
I was actually thinking you were going to. So what is that?
Apparently I
That
was
is a
supposed to
missile.
enter- apparently, I was supposed to enter on this side.
Hey, need some grub? I got you covered. Cheap and
See, this guy looks like, you know,
Yeah,
Weathered.
no, I understand. Although these are poor people, not civilians, military.
Yeah.
people. The king.
so I guess is that like a representation of the missile defense system, that sign up there with all the lines and stuff?
I guess so. I wasn't looking at it.
Looks kind of cool.
That guy is a bodyguard who will escort people through Freeside to get to New Vegas.
Ah.
My dumbass does not realize
you're
how
not-
to actually get to Vegas right now. I've never been here. It's a little disorienting. Although I do.
So
remember,
what was that area? That area is not Vegas then, because you're wanting to go towards the Space Needle, right?
Yes. I'm still in the ghetto. I think that door over there is just an exit. This
Old
is
Las Vegas.
This is a Mormon fort.
That's cool.
The people here try to help
We've
as
got
best
stuff
they
we're
can.
not even allowed to sell, people. Oh,
That child is
Another
being
door to
paid to
Freeside.
advertise for a thrift store nearby, which I think I buy the 50 cal from, and it's useless.
What's going on?
Wow,
This is
a
the-
greaser.
This is the local gang, the King.
Oh, jeez Louise.
You've heard of them.
Yep.
Rushed through the south gate a few days ago. Nothing left but dust, you know.
I believe I want to keep things going, so I just go into the strip for now.
Yeah.
There's another thug. I totally saw him too. He's in combat
He's
form, waiting.
he's just out with he's got his dukes up, and he's got a guy pointing a 44 at his head, and he's like, you know what? No, I've got this. This is fine.
Then I realized the Kings will actually help you out in this as long as you're on good terms with them. They are trying to retain order and semblance here. If I remember, technically their ideology is anarchist, but good luck enforcing that, I guess.
I feel like their ideology is just Elvis impersonator.
Well, there's two different ideologies.
What is with all of these people that just decide it's a really good idea to just step to people with guns with their freaking bare fists?
You look new to Freeside, so here's a little advice, friend. Don't go past the Southgate greeter.
He's talking about the gate literally right behind him.
Ah. That guy's got the most punchable smile on his face.
He looks like a sim.
I was born.
Yep.
I've done a bit of everything around here. Courier, butcher, crier, escort, gun for hire. Some of which
his
I'm not
face
proud of,
doesn't
but I'll do
match
my
his
best to help
voice.
around town
I know,
when
it's
needed.
he has a look like he's either on or something is in him.
Yeah.
I used to be a courier before I got shot in the
one of the
head.
reasons I got out of that job. Too many shifty characters looking to have someone else move their hot items.
Yeah, this guy has the voice of like just a white suburban dad. And he looks like he should have like a kind of a grizzly, like scratchy, gravelly voice.
I don't know, man. Radiation.
Yeah.
I didn't talk to him too much either.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Oh yeah, here we go. That's another thug.
Submit to a credit check or present your passport before proceeding to the gate. Trespassers will be shot.
Credit check? What's that for? Then I see the second line. So it's not a toll. You just have to show that you have 2,000 caps on you. They don't want poor people on the strip.
Gotcha.
And ensure a good time will be had by all.
So 200 years on, they're still, you know, a gambling haven. And I seem to have promptly forgotten that man who just ran past without his prerequisite 2,000 money.
Oh.
He's dead.
There he goes.
I think they also, I forget, they have like a secondary weapon that doesn't come up too often. Because most stuff still crumples to a hail of 9mm. Oh! My game crashed.
Oh no!
I forgot to stitch this back together.
Oh, and you have the wrong loading screen.
Well, yeah.
You don't have your super cool one. The illusion is broken if you hadn't already broken in the first 3 seconds.
Like when you asked earlier?
Yeah.
All those hours ago, like last week.
Like 4 days ago. Oh.
Yeah, my FOV is low and his ragdoll reset. Gonna fix that FOV first.
Good old
So
typing in menu.
Yeah. I forget what I do specifically. Aside, like I don't. Yeah, okay. Listen to this.
Has your life taken a turn? Do troubles beset you?
I heard on the radio, Evan, that the Sierra Madre Casino has treasure.
Oh boy!
I gotta go all the way over there to get it.
What's the odds that you're gonna fast travel there? Oh.
Well, technically I'm inside a location. I don't believe I can fast travel right now.
Alright, what are the odds you fast travel when you leave this?
Not
Place your bets now.
I'm gonna say they're low because there's still 20 minutes left in this video.
Or rekindle old flames. Let your eyes take in the luxurious
Whalers.
expanse of the open desert under clear, starlit skies.
Don't go in. Don't do it.
He's gonna go in.
Oh no. Okay, never mind. Maybe I do. Maybe I do fast travel.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Round on
I couldn't help
time.
myself. Look at these guys.
Yeah.
Except that Oris guy. That bastard runs his mouth a little too much. What do we have here? Another petitioner for the king?
See, the higher ups in this gang actually act like Elvis.
Yeah.
You believe this asshole, man?
In Freeside, the kings rule. And the king rules the kings. Got it? Anything's possible, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm not from around here, dude.
The big man.
Trust me, the
5K.
king will want to see me. Say 50. Just say 50. There we go.
Yeah.
You know what? I think you and the king have some business to discuss.
See, it worked.
Head on through. The king's the
Oh, I
boy
just
looking
realized that
down
guy's
on the
name is
stage.
Pacer.
Can't fucking miss him.
Can't fucking miss him.
It's just in there with like 2 dudes.
The loneliest auditorium.
Right. Oh, and a robot dog.
Although, to be fair, I think the guy on the stage is, like, practicing his impersonation. So, you know.
Also, I like how you looked at the guy sitting there and it says the king, and you looked at the other.
Good news come to see us. Poor boy. He hasn't been feeling well lately. I'm the king. What can I do for you?
Also, he looks like somebody's hit him in the side of the face with a frying pan, and it's not quite gone back to normal.
What if the actual thing they wanted to do was make, you know, Stallone beat Elvis?
Or what if they just used the model of Elvis, except he was having a stroke at the time? They just got, like, the last screen cap of him.
What even is a banana peanut butter sandwich? Yeah, this guy gives me quests. I like him because he's trying to be nice to people. He's not just trying to force authority here.
Tell me that one of those bodyguards, a fellow named Oris, is making a little too much money. He's making a killing in repeat business. Once someone hires him, they never want anyone else. I want you to find out why. Specifically, I want you to hire him. Play the part of an innocent tourist and follow his lead.
Of course.
If nothing happens, so be it.
I like to imagine I was dressed up like you on the Midway.
So call it a hunch.
Hawaiian shirt.
What do you say?
Yep. Super tourist. Gosh, I forgot. It's like, what did I wear on the Midway? Oh, yeah.
Cargo shorts and a Hawaiian t-shirt. Or no, it was button up.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a Hawaiian t-shirt. All Hawaiian t-shirts are button. You can pickpocket the dog.
He is a good boy.
He is the bestest boy.
I think there's a quest where you get his brain back or something, but I never saw that.
He lost his brain?
Well, clearly not. It's in him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you could see it pretty clearly. How'd you get his brain back?
Well,
where did you lose it?
There's some way to get that dog as a companion, and it never clicked with me. I never got the chance or something.
Yeah, I think rule number 1 about having a brain in a jar is you should keep that well protected. Hey, he's still chasing that rat. You should get a robot dog to do it for him.
Well protected. In Fallout 3, you get your brain in a jar and you can shoot it out of a junk cannon to kill people. I forget what quest that was a part of.
That is funny. Honestly, though, as many things as I've seen about this series, that's kind of not even as surprising as I would have thought. Wow, you got rid of a lot of guns.
Yeah, I got rid of all the stuff I didn't want to use. Let me just set my loadout up before I go meet this bodyguard.
Yep.
I love that 44. It's a big boy.
Wow.
Oh, somehow I crippled his leg when I shot him in the, you know, stomach.
Yeah. You should have shot him in the head.
Yeah. He's so poor, I don't even want his stuff.
Like, he's got nothing. Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, you've been detected. They're getting freaked out because you're punching a corpse.
Yeah, a bunch of strung out druggies are watching me do it. I'm like, huh.
It's kind of funny because in these like older games where they can't really distinguish between like where they have if you fire a gun then you
unintelligible grunt
burp.
Like
but where they like have the firing a weapon that attracts aggro, they don't distinguish between that and
oh yeah,
like doing a melee attack, and then if you swing a baseball bat, everybody will kill you.
Oh, apparently I do skip this quest for now. I do it later. I remember what happens. Well, that's a big thing in Doom 1 and 2 runs, especially pacifist runs. The rule is not you cannot fire weapons. The rule is simply you cannot harm demons, intentionally or otherwise. So
wait,
if you,
in what part is like you can't harm demons?
It's not an actual. First off, all the exits you just get to the exit. Second off, it is not an official part of the game. It's just runs people do for fun.
Wait, what is it that?
Pacifist runs.
Like, pacifist run. Okay.
Sometimes also speed runs. Usually, I think. But
is it possible to do a pacifist run in Doom?
Doom 1 and 2. Technically. Technically.
Because, I mean, there's legitimate boss battles in that, are there not?
So to not get into specifics, I believe you can beat Doom 1. I believe if you have what is referred to as astronomical, the gods smile upon you every day of your waking life, and also you're the luckiest man on top of that, luck, times 50,000. you can beat Doom 2. Just because the way the
Okay.
last boss fight is set up in that game.
Oh, okay. So you can make the boss kill himself?
There's actually a video I will show you.
Okay.
But it is possible. The point I was trying to get to is a great way to, you know, cause a sound to piss off the demons without risking hitting one is to swing your fists. As that is as loud as a gunshot, apparently. Even though it literally makes no sound.
Well, I mean, you're the Doom guy. You have the punching strength of a freaking tank. Apparently.
Ah, yes, water. Well, actually, this is a cistern.
Yeah, it's like got a pumping station and everything.
I got
Fixin'
a magazine
things.
called Fixin' Things.
Yeah, it's totally not Popular Mechanics.
Well, popular, or no, I guess Popular Science is not a magazine you can have in this game because it's an actual magazine.
Yeah.
Well, what a shame it would be if that magazine was like the end of the year edition where they just answer Q&A.
I'm not sure you should be here.
I'm not sure you should be asking me questions.
He
I like
said
he's
that
like,
in
I'm not sure you
the
should be
comment
here as
thread.
you just walk past him.
I'm like, hey, I'm a courier. I'm the protagonist.
I'm the protagonist.
I
Leave
have
me
a
alone.
9mm.
Although you're apparently Sylvester Stallone. Adrian!
Adrian, you shot in the
Adrian!
head. How can we tell? I got shot in the head, Adrian. It hurts.
They haven't quite been the same.
Ah, yes, but you seem exactly the same, Mr.
You talk
Stallone.
exactly the same.
That is Camp Golf again. Nothing new here.
Yes.
I wonder what there's no way the horizon would even be that bright. Like it's just now that you
It's just
mentioned it,
nights-
how night or bright it is at night is kind of bothering me.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever been out in the desert?
No,
At night?
literally, I've never been to the desert. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you lived in Texas.
No, that was where we lived was northern Texas. That is not a desert.
Okay. Well, I mean, but it's a lot more feasible to believe that you would have seen the desert when you were living in Texas than when you're living in Missouri.
Well, I was referring to when I was in California for a grand total of like a week and a half.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we could have seen the desert when we were driving down the
I think
mountain.
we drove through some parts with sand, but no deserts. But
I don't think we ever drove through desert when we were when you were here.
Didn't we drive near a place where Top Gun was filmed or something? Or am I just misremembering? I have no idea.
Dude, we drove to like Idlewild, which is just drove.
No. It was one of the times Adam was around. So.
Oh, when you were.
Well,
but you flew into San Diego.
Look. All I remember is we did.
You saw the beach.
No.
That's not the desert.
No, not the beach.
There's no desert in San Diego.
That's
You saw the
land.
beach.
That doesn't exist. No, either he drove me or somebody at some point. Like it was further inland, so it was less nice San Diego area and more deserty, duny, but not.
Yeah,
exactly
I don't think that you would have. Yeah.
My memory.
But regardless,
fails me.
yeah, regardless, the desert, like it's properly dark at night.
Well,
I would send you a
forest
picture because
desert.
we're gonna be at the desert next weekend and we're gonna be there at night.
Let me
But
send you a
it's not
picture
gonna
of the
serve
desert
any
at night.
purpose. It's just gonna be a black screen. It's like yeah. It's actually it's properly scary. We were on a ride last time where we were out later than we were supposed to be, and there's only a couple of us with headlights, so we all had to huddle up and just duck, waddle behind the people that had the bright lights, and you know, because you can't see anything.
That satellite is not lore critical, but I think I had to
It's a
go
big
there.
old dish.
Actually, I think I had to go there because somebody. Oh, that's a Brotherhood of Steel quest that takes you there.
Oh, really?
They want you to.
Makes sense.
You either had to solve a problem or figure out what happened there.
So there's still satellites after 200 years. Not only are there still satellites, they're like able to properly transmit.
I'm not sure if it's fanfic. I think it's actual. There is a WMD somewhere in orbit. It is down to its like last use, but it's there.
I mean, that makes sense. Aren't there freaking aliens in here as well?
Yes, but they are never, except for Mothership Zeta from Fallout 3, they're never a main part of the game, of any of them, I believe. In fact,
I just remember hearing that there were aliens.
They mostly exist in Easter egg territory. Mostly
Okay.
because, haha, what could they do to make this worse? Haha.
Kind of surprised.
What am I doing? Go, you stupid man! Stop collecting thumbnails!
Oh, your dance. Oh no.
I was not stuck. I was just, I don't know what I was doing.
It looked like you were doing a little freaking shuffle because you were stepping on the curb. Rangers, give them hell.
Ah, yes, I'm back at that place where they murdered every. Is this Boulder? I forget.
Oh, jeez.
The cons are attacking!
Wow, that didn't take long. Shoot him in the head!
You can take a blistering amount. Well, I only have a 30% chance. You can take a blistering amount of 9 more, though. That's amazing.
Right? There he goes.
These guys just go out in the desert and shoot themselves with BB guns, and as they get older, they work their way up to real calibers.
I spent my entire life making myself immune to 9mm bullets.
Hit Gilbert at some point, and I pissed off the locals. So I'm just going to see myself out. Oddly enough, this is not.
How did you manage to shoot the NCR?
I was just
He was
loosing my
behind
pistol.
you.
Apparently, I do figure I'll just solve this problem while I'm here. I think these are the 2 hostages, actually.
Oh no. How the turntables.
I think I was having trouble working the menu for some stupid reason. Yeah, that's why I don't just shoot him in the head, is because my shooting skill is still pretty low.
There he goes. I did notice how you were clever enough to take an autosave after you'd already shot at the NC.
No, apparently this is where my last autosave was. Is when I
But you,
left.
like, manually saved.
No, I did not. I think I was tempted to save scum and decided against loading a save.
Oh.
So then I fast traveled right back to where I just was.
Thanks for the rescue.
And now they're all.
Oh yeah, they're absolutely the hostages.
Yeah.
That's great.
I like how you're no longer hostages. Anyways, can you watch Guard while we go on a break for 4 days?
Right. Congratulations. Now get back to work. This is the apocalypse. We don't have time to dawdle.
Oh, it's a car battery hooked up to a light bulb.
That's adorable.
This whole little place is adorable, but why is there nobody here?
I don't know. It's actually really nice.
Oh yeah, I had to crouch. Gotta be sneaky.
Can't just pick a lock while standing up. Who knows what'll happen?
I hope there's nobody in there, like right there on that bed.
Nah, it's fine. Hey, look, a shotgun. A lever action shotgun.
Oh no, I'm losing karma for stealing. I just stole his gun and ammo and left.
And then just left with the door wide open.
So,
He's not gonna
no,
be
no.
like, hey.
Aside from the, I should have closed the door. Aside from this, is like the Vaporious aspect. Is you mythically, I could retell this as this man turned into a wave of blue mist, and then cool stuff started disappearing into his pockets.
Yeah, that's how it happened. He disappeared into a mist.
Well, for what it's
He
worth,
didn't just,
literally, I'm the only guy who knows that happened. So no one can disagree with me.
This is true. Also, that animal that we've already established can take 12 gauges to the face and
I wanted
not
to try
die.
out my new gun, which look at the fire rate on that thing. Also, sometimes it shoots so fast I reload it before I pull the trigger.
It's everything, like, you're so fast it's comical.
This is like late game Borderlands or Risk of Rain, where your stats make it like visual representations largely useless.
Right? Or yeah, like any amount of fast hands or whatever the perk's called in COD, where you just get to stupid levels. Sleight of hand. There you go.
Dang, I need to. all the real guns in this game make me want to go out and buy one, and I don't have money for that right now. I won't have money for that for a while. Oh, there's more.
I haven't bought a gun in such a long time.
Oh yeah, but that's like, you know, saying you haven't shot yourself in the leg where you live.
Yeah, I mean, I could. I actually really considered buying a revolver a couple months ago.
I know. Well, years ago now, Colt started remanufacturing Or,
the Python.
Made a new generation even, which is the same thing, but with slight like...
Yeah, they're nicer.
Comfort and quality of life upgrades.
I want one so bad, but I cannot justify spending $1,500 on another gun. Well, but I want one.
You can.
I want one. Well, see, I had considered for a while. I'd considered saving up over like the course of a couple years to just kind of like slowly accumulate enough to buy one, and then they started remanufacturing, and I was like, well, I could just wait a little bit less and still get a nice new one.
I just want a cool ass gun.
The Python is probably one of my favorite firearms. It's certainly my favorite pistol.
So Counter-Strike is the honest reason I own an HK USP, even if mine's not the one from the game. Herder.
Yours is the little bitty guy.
Well, it's a compact, but it is also a larger caliber than the one Counter-Strike uses.
Wait, does they not use the 45?
No, it uses the 9. That's why it's the suppressed one with low damage.
I always thought that was a 45.
No, it's the TAC 9.
Yeah.
And Half-Life 1 and 2 have the Colt fucking Python!
That is true. I remember that was also...
in the head.
That was also in Rust. That was one of the guns you could manufacture. It's like, oh, I can make this janky pipe shotgun, or I could make this janky AK-47 thing, or, a freaking whole-ass Colt Python. Let me just pick one of those that I can make really quick, because that's the thing that can happen.
So, the radio has led me to this little hole in the ground.
Oh. Drainage gate to the Brotherhood of Steel bunker.
Yes, how odd. And that's the end of the video, because I begin dead money in the next one.